What's going on, Horesy fans? And today we're going to be going over the overview. Oh, God, man. I already messed up. We're doing the overview today over Uraume. That should be coming out, let's see, tomorrow at this point, right? Tomorrow about 12 or maybe 3 in the morning. And Uraume is very good. As always, Uraume works very similarly to, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking right now so hard. Uraume works very similar to jujutsukaisen, right? Where they build their support via passive. So their skills are free to just kind of be whatever they want their skills to be. And I would say the biggest difference probably between Uraume and jujutsukaisen is just that Uraume sacrifices defense for better offense. Because Uraume does damage taken increase right here. I think it's yell type as well. Yeah, yell damage received, which is better than just damage taken increase, right? So that's just going to make you do more damage. You're just going to be doing more damage since it's damage taken increase instead of damage dealt. With all that said, base stats, character rank, hippo, all that good stuff. Ice Knife first skill, I don't really know what Ice Knife is supposed to do other than just like get you started with your freeze enhancements. It doesn't really seem to be like anything else. Not like a purpose to it. I mean, it decreases the enemy taijutsu stat, right? But 15% for 3 turns. It's 45% max. It is what it is. Recovers 5 CE. I don't know why that's not a... doesn't have the CE symbol on there. So there you go. There's its purpose, is to get you started with your freeze enhancements and to recover your CE. I really don't understand why that's not its like modifier. The top left hand corner shows you like what it does, but maybe it just doesn't have those on here. Both Ice Formation and Frost Calm have a skill change. Both their skill changes happen when your freeze enhancements hit a certain level. So you do skill 1 for this, you get 3 freeze enhancement, then you can start using Ice Formations. That's going to give you only 1. Huh. Yeah, I guess you really be wanting using Frost Calm. Gives you 3. Or you can keep spamming skill 1. I guess that also works. Maybe that's why, since Ice Formation only gives you 1. But Ice Formation at level 10 is 125 Jujutsu for 2 hits and increases yell type damage received by 10% for 3 turns. You shouldn't even see this. Alright, if you're playing the game or you see someone playing the game, you see this, then they're doing some crazy strategy. I don't know about that one. But the actual skill, once you hit that skill change, is going to be level 3 or more, 145 for 2 hits, increases Jujutsu damage by 20% for 3 turns, which is pretty good. Stacking damage taken increases is always nice. And inflicts dot damage equal to 199 Jujutsu damage, and removes 1 dot. Prioritize the newest one. Oh, I get it. They're not turn gated. They're gated by... yeah, they're like procs. I'm guessing that's how that works. Things you put on the enemy, which then proc. Inflicts 30% jutsu damage, dot freeze taken increase to the enemy for 3 turns, so your dots do more when you use Ice Formation, and it gives you 1 up to 20. It's a pretty good skill. It doesn't seem like it does a lot, but with everything Uraume does, especially on like teams where it's almost everyone's buffing each other, Uraume can do like 3 million on this skill. It's actually some pretty good damage, which I think just goes to show that 145 is a really low modifier. It doesn't even matter that it's 2 hits. I think that Yell team just has such a good lineup that these small numbers don't really matter. With like, with Malbito, the numbers crush him. I mean, he does nothing. Well, that's not true, but my love-hate relationship with Malbito. But when Malbito does nothing with similar numbers, and Uraume's shooting out like 3.4, I'm really starting to think that they look at Yell characters like Uraume, they see how they do, and I guess they just think it's like acceptable for all types when, Yell's lineup is way more cracked than I would say almost every other lineup, maybe except for Red. I think Red has a better lineup. But Frostcom, do that real quick. 300 to select enemies. I thought that was an all enemy skill. Inflicts jutsu damage dot. Sorry, and dot 6 turns, and increases their break damage by 30% for 3 turns, and gives you 3 freeze enhancements. It's 25. Also, when you skill change, it goes 15 to 20, 25 to 30. Freeze enhancement doesn't reset per turn since it's a auto skill, which is really nice since you'll walk in and the enemy's taking 120 more damage. I mean, other than just being a buffer, there's not really other way to do that with these damage taking increased characters. Right here. Oh yeah, see, Frostcalm changes between single skill to all skill. Okay, that's why I was confused. I think it's literally the same, other than its damage and that it targets everyone. It is a freeze enhancement 5 though, so I think usually what you see on sweep runs is they'll do 1 skill 1, 2 skill 2s, 1 skill 3, and then the ult, and then you can start just, you know, like cycling between these all. But yeah, good skill. Increase break damage increase is always nice. I don't really think yellow has a character that really does that. You could spam 3 of these in a row if you have 90 CE just lying around. They probably wouldn't do more damage overall, since you could be doing the damage taken increase as well from this. But it's still a good skill. Ice Formation, Icefall. 850 to all enemies for 6 hits. It inflicts jujutsu damage dot to all enemies for 6 turns. To enemies with 3 dot or more, deals 400 range jujutsu damage. That's not like final one. I'm not sure if you've seen videos, but the 6 hits will happen. Then, if you proc that final hit, there'll be a pause, and then it happens. It actually does a lot of damage, that final hit. It inflicts additional 50% jutsu damage right here. But it removes 3 dot. Prioritize the newest one. It's so weird. I don't really get the whole removing dots since they are turn gated. But maybe just so Uraume isn't too good. Although I feel like there's a lot of other characters who do a lot more dot damage. But it is what it is. Increased by 5, right? So, like I said before, you do 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 13. You're over halfway there to getting Uraume's full buff ability. And with the combo effect, the only thing that changes is 10% more jujutsu damage increase and 10 CE for you and the combo ulting ally. Deals 384. I think it's a bit of a lower number actually, right? Don't quote me on that. But 40% for 3 turns is pretty good. Help characters like, I don't know, like Yaga. Yaga can actually do a lot of damage. Uraume has reverse curse technique. At the start of battle, grants 1 HP recovery special 1 time. If HP is 70% or less, own curse energy is 20 or more. Uses HP recovery at the start of turn, recovers 20%. That's actually pretty good, since 70 is not really a bad number to be at. You know, obviously, oh, it should be 80, you know. I guess you could say that, right? But, I mean, it doesn't take any CE. It's reactivatable after 3 turns. This is really good. You're not relying so much on Shoko anymore to heal the whole team, as Uraume will heal himself whenever he hits 70 or below. And I think Shoko's 30. I think that's what Shoko's is. Freeze Man's at the start of battle grants freeze immunity. Maybe we'll get a boss that matters. At the start of turn, all effects can be overwritten. Increase on jujutsu stat by 4.8. Effect can scale per freeze enhancement level up to 30%. With that's not a lot, but you know, it feels like 100%. Dude, Uraume would be hitting so hard. Increase all yell type damage received by 30%. Effect scale up to 120% level 10. Kind of weird how Uraume's very small 30% has a max of 15, while the other one's a max of 10. Said the number should be swapped, but whatever. You know, make Uraume better. You don't gotta hear me twice about saying that. It inflicts dot freeze to all enemies. I guess just at the start of battle. 1 through 4, 4 through 9, 10 through 14, 15, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dots, 4 dots. So what? You probably get up to like, I don't know, 5, 6 dots at a time, probably. Recovers all cursed energy by 5, effective level 15. Decrease freeze enhancement level by 1 after the effect above are activated. Effective level 10.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on,
I don't...
You get your goddamn...
I don't really know what this means, to be honest. So, I'm assuming it means all this? Then you decrease it by 1, but you don't decrease it if it's at 10. I'm guessing that's what it means, because, I don't know, to me, since there's a space right here, it really just looks like this, right? Like, these two are supposed to be together, but I think this line... I guess it is included in the freeze enhancement. It just kind of looks weird to me. But yeah, I'm guessing when you activate all these things, it decreases one of your dots. So if you're only using skill 2, you'll keep your dots steady. 3 and ult are kind of the moves you use to increase your dots. I guess your freeze enhancements. And 1 is just, for more CE if you run out. But yeah, Uraume's kit isn't really like a manga or anything. It's not like a super difficult kit to understand. I think Uraume's just kind of good. Like, Uraume's not broken or anything. I know I said, like, Kusakabe is broken. Technically, a lot of people use Uraume over Kusakabe, so that in turn would make Uraume broken, but I think pure damage isn't the only thing you should be concerned about. If you had to say, who's better, Uraume or Kusakabe? It's Uraume does more damage, Kusakabe does more utility. Since he can block all those hits, he can negate domains, which doesn't really matter right now, but it might matter eventually. And he has those counters. Dude, those counters can do a lot of damage. Especially in that limited time floor 1 video. 3.4 on a counter is crazy. That's crazy damage. But should you summon on Uraume? I don't know. Actually, here, real quick, let me just pull up Uraume's memory. I completely forgot to do that. Forgot, it sucks doing it like that. Game guides, timeline. Midway through, that's crazy. People are gonna call me a fraud for this. A little more back. There we go. Third rate. When command skill or ultimate skill is activated, increases on an ally behind's critical hit damage by 30%. Recovers. And that's pretty good. 6 turns. No, that's a pretty good ability. Obviously, you're supposed to use a Sugana, right? You're supposed to be using a Sugana. Yeah. If you want to, like, double hand Sugana, then yeah, it's a pretty good memory to do it with. He's crit rate by 10%. 15. Yeah, this memory's pretty good. And it's, I mean, I'd like a better spread. Personally, I don't like the spread. I guess, Uraume doesn't have to do, like, crazy jujutsu damage since Sukuna is going to be carrying, but I'd like a better spread. But yeah, should you summon? I never really clarified that or not. If you have characters like Shoko and Kusakabe, I don't really think there's a point to summon. Right, because your general lineup's going to be Demegami, Yaga, Shoko, and then you can switch out Demegami for either Kusakabe or Uraume if you have them. So I think, well, actually, I think Kusakabe is worse than Demegami, but Uraume is better than Demegami. Just because Uraume is going to be doing that the whole fight rather than one big turn. I mean, if you don't have Shoko, but you have Yaga and Demegami, I'd probably summon for Uraume. Especially if you have Sukuna, then yeah, I think you'll be able to get away with a lot of stuff with that. Uraume's still good even without Sukuna, you know. It's CT, but, you know, crit rate, I don't know. Yuji, extra crit rate, that's like 30%, 2 turns, and then 10% for the rest of the fight. That's pretty good. But, yeah, that's about it. I think that'll be it for this overview, I assume. And I'll see you guys in the next one.